Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie, and just enjoying a cup of coffee from the Blue Saucer in Seattle. I'm going to be testing press number 57 today, but before I get started, I thought I'd point out the new galleons that are waiting for my woodwork. The brand new 2010 model galleons. We have 4 of them available this year. Well, I guess it's time to get started. Number 57 is going to Texas, and I'll be inking a plate and printing it. But at first I thought I'd show what goes with the press. The little book, which is sort of the press's birth certificate, I guess you could say. Certificate of authenticity taped to the inside of the blankets that go with the press that are included. And inside is a postcard, a kind of collection, a postcard, a blank test plate, an Allen wrench for tightening the wheel if it's necessary, little pads for shipping, the user's manual, postcard, my postcard, and my business card. For the test, I have made a special plate, as I do for all the presses this year in the 2010 series. This is an etched copper plate in the size of a playing card. They call them artist trading cards. And I'm making the same image basically for every press and printing it, and in the end we'll have a collection of 49 test plates. The test plate goes with the press along with the print that I'm printing today, and that will become the owner's little reference plate, I guess you could call it. So it's time to get started. First, I need to get my ink ready. Today I'm using a Charbonnel black ink. It doesn't take much for this plate. And I'm going to add a little tiny bit of Daniel Smith Miracle Gel Reducer. That'll make the wiping go a little faster for this demonstration. Mix it up real well. And then apply it to the plate. Spread it around. I have a sticky pad here to hold it while I spread it around. Make sure it's in all the textures and lines. And then I can start the tarlatan wipe. Tarlatan is like starched cheesecloth. It's real common printmakers' wiping fabric. It wipes the surface of the plate, but it leaves the ink in the textures. When it's about this far, I like to go to the paper wipe. Telephone book page makes a nice thin paper. And there's always plenty of old telephone books pages around. Finally, you finish with a hand wipe. For that, I have to take off the gloves and dry the heel of my hand with talcum powder. For the hand wipe. Barely touching the surface of the plate now. That takes all the heavy tone off, leaves just a very faint tone of ink called plate tone. That'll do for this proof. Clean off the edges. There's always a little ink that gets caught on the edges. And it's ready to print. Want to be sure to have plenty of powder on my hands when I'm handling the felts on the press. Now I'm going to set up the press for the right pressure. A mini Halfwood press only weighs about 12 pounds, and by putting a piece of sticky mat, the kind that you buy in drugstores or kitchen supply stores, will prevent it from sliding around while you're working. The felt blankets, there are two of them, a thin one and a thick one, come with the mini Halfwood. I set the pressure. I like to take it all the way down to the bed, tight on both sides, evenly, and then I can count back about 10 turns, 10 half turns, 12. And then I can slide the blankets under the press without a problem, and then tighten it back down evenly. And to help it stay even, we have a little brass ruler on the side with markings so that you can tell by looking where the top of the brass block is and the lettering. Roll the blankets back. Feels good. Over here, hidden from sight, I have my paper. I soaked it in water for about a half hour. Then I blotted it off with sheets of newspaper, and then I put it in a sandwich bag until now, when I'm ready for it. It's a general purpose watercolor printmaking paper made by Fabriano. Paper goes over the plate and we turn it through. When I get all the way through, you can feel it let off. I'll turn the press around so the video can get a view of it. And there's the finished print. Now that's done, I'm going to print number 2. I always print 2, one to keep and one to send with the press. Just a repetition of the same process. I have enough ink on my squeegee. And I always think that the second print is better than the first. Maybe it's just superstition. Usually when I pull a proof, I like to put the moment number on it, which consists of the year, the month, which is April, and the day, which I believe is the 26th, and the time, which is 15:02, using the 24-hour clock. And that completes the test. This press is going to be boxed up now with its shipping board, and I'll call UPS and we'll send it off to Texas. I'm Bill Ritchie. Thanks for watching.